Hey, what's up guys? Andrei here, and I have with me today Shin Lim. You guys might know about him. He was voted one of 2018's top sexiest men alive by People magazine. Also, he won AGT and became one of the youngest millionaires.
No one cares about that. No one cares about that.
Hey guys, in this video you are going to learn exactly how Shin Lim became the success that he is today. And even if you don't watch my videos because of the cardistry or the magic and you just love the stuff about finance and money management, I promise this video has something for everyone. Magic, business, money, star power, it's got it all. Speaking of star power, while we were filming the interview, guess who decides to show up? Jay Leno. Jay Leno just walks in to say hello, sees me with the camera, looks around and says, "Are you guys shooting a porn?" Yes, we are, Jay. Yes, we are. Enjoy the rest of this video, guys.
Two-time winner of Penn & Teller's Fool Us. Two-time America's Got Talent winner and AGT champion of champions. He now has a show in my hometown of Las Vegas. He's also one of the youngest millionaire performers and entrepreneurs. Come on. That hair flip though.
Shin.
Andrei. What's up? Is it recording?
Dude, dopest show ever. My girlfriend Corey, she left and she's like, I didn't get the time to tell him this, but I've seen so many magic shows and I think that was like the best one I've ever seen.
Wow,
Yeah,
really?
She's seen them all.
Thank you, Corey. I mean, I bet she's hard to impress because like she's
seen
seen a lot of,
everything,
I mean, Casey here,
Right?
she
I mean,
she takes a lot to impress her. So,
same with Corey. So if you guys are in Vegas, just please go see Shin.
Cool, yeah. It's Limitless at the Mirage Casino and Hotel. Thank you.
This show is sponsored by.
Bye.
So Shin, according to Wikipedia, it says that your brother showed you a magic trick. You asked him how it was done, and he's like, look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. You want to see the trick he showed me?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, it's super simple, but like is normal, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna riffle down, you just say stop anytime.
Okay. Stop.
Right there? Okay. Take a look at the card. You can show it to the camera, but it's a 4 spades, yeah?
Yep.
Awesome. So it's called the slip force, and he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna teach it to you because I don't have time. You go on YouTube, check it out. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I went on YouTube, and then holy crap, there's so many tutorials on there.
So I love how you compare magic to the movie Inception.
Yeah.
And so much of Shin's magic, if you guys haven't seen his show, is based on, well, just movies and cinematography and just beautiful visuals.
Yeah.
And so much of magic for the past few centuries has been storytelling. And you just took that mold and just broke centuries of tradition. Like, what,
that's funny that you said that.
Catalyst?
That's
like,
glad
dude,
you asked that, man. It's funny. Well, so I used to compete a lot too, because I used to compete in piano, so I figured I would compete in magic too. And so in a lot of the competitions, the judges would actually give me a bad rating just because they said I wasn't doing close-up magic.
Really?
Yeah, in literally, because like in an IBM competition, sometimes you compete and then you can ask, oh, why did I get a bad score? You can ask the judges. So I asked the judges, and they would say that. They would simply say, oh, we weren't doing close-up magic. It's not counted as close-up magic. Close-up magic, you have to talk. That's the first thing.
Okay.
Secondly, you need to make jokes, you need to be funny.
Right.
And then you need to communicate and make the audience laugh. You weren't doing any of those, so it's not close-up magic.
And you just took that weakness, quote unquote, and you turned it into like this massive strength.
For me, it was a weakness because I'm not that eloquent. Like I can't actually speak that much.
I don't know. I disagree. I think you did great.
I think thank you.
Over time,
but at the very beginning,
I was
I'm still shy. Like I'm still a super shy guy, super introvert.
Right.
And I just love performing to music. You can kind of see like when the music turns on, I kind of get in the game mode. So for me, that's how I live through like the fear of so many people watching me.
Right.
And so that was a weakness actually.
Right.
And so, but people seem to like it. So.
Turned it. That's the coolest thing. I love it when you take something that it's a weakness and you turn it into a strength. And I think you evolved magic. I think Penn & Teller was them that said that like you were the 3rd generation of magic, where it's just like it's the next phase.
Cool, that was super cool that they said that.
Okay, so according to Wikipedia, it says that
you're getting a lot of information from Wikipedia. Interesting.
Because Shin and I are friends, but like I don't know a lot about your personal life.
Sure.
So I legit Googled and Wikipedia'd like a lot of things.
Awesome.
And I just want to make sure that Wikipedia is honest First and
we'll see.
foremost.
We'll find out. I don't know.
This is all written on
All
Wikipedia.
right, great.
Okay, so your grandma had originally given you a violin.
Yeah.
And then you got so mad that you broke it.
Yeah.
And then you started learning piano.
Yeah, that's right. Because I got so frustrated at the violin. I don't know. I guess I couldn't play it properly or something like that. And I didn't really like it either. So I was like this. I just broke it.
That's how I was with learning the padiddle. You know, the one card spin on my finger. Dude, I pulled all of my hair out.
No, I bet. I still can't do it. I don't know. Nope. See, I can't even do it.
I'm not even
gonna try. I'm not even gonna try.
So as far as like business goes,
Yeah.
and do you come from a family of immigrants? Or
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
So I do too, and like coming from that world, did your parents ever just tell you, no, go to school,
Oh my
get your
God.
degree, go be a doctor?
Yeah, it's really common with immigrants, and you can't blame them because it's such a hard life when they came from a different country and moving to America, which is really expensive, and so like they really want the best for the kid, and so you can't blame them for being like that, you know. And you know, when I was younger, I always like got mad at my parents, like, oh, why do they always like tell me to do this and do that? But now looking back as an adult, like I get it now. Like you know, they put so much on the line for you as a child, and so they want you to succeed. And so at the time, and even now, the kind of view of what being successful is just simply math, science, lawyer, doctor, like all the you know exactly. And so that's just how it is. But and even for Asian,
No, that's what
you
I'm
can even
say,
tell like an Asian
especially
parents.
for an Asian family, that's especially like strict.
Yeah.
Because those parents, they want us to take the safe route.
Yeah.
And I think that is one of
right.
the biggest advantages of being born to a wealthier family is when you're born to wealthy parents, they can actually encourage you to take a risk because if you fail, hey,
That's
come
right.
join our
Yeah,
law firm.
we have a bunch of trust.
Yeah,
You're good.
all
Yeah,
right.
you have trust. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
so it's so cool to see like somebody who came up from that world and took that risk despite being told no.
Yeah, there was a lot of no's. Lot of no's.
I think everyone can relate to doing what you love in spite of no's. In contrast to that, was there ever a moment where you doubted yourself to the point where you were so close to giving up?
Yeah, all the time. Actually, it was in 2012. I went to my very first FISM in Blackpool. And I did Dream Act, and I got 6th place, I believe, or 7th place. For some reason, I just felt like maybe because the audience just didn't really react. I just maybe didn't get it or something like that. I don't really know what it was, but that was kind of my moment. Was like, oh, am I doing the right thing? Am I going in the right direction? Is this whole music silence thing, is it working out? So for a good like 3 months, I was doing comedy.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. I tried to make Dream Act a comedy act.
Dude.
Yeah, and it was weird. It just didn't work out. And so like, I think that moment was one of those. Obviously, when I cut my hand, that was really bad. I thought I was done for.
So you had to do surgery. You lost feeling in your hands.
Yeah, and like I couldn't move my thumb for a month, so it was weird.
That's the most depressing.
Yeah,
thing
it
that
was
can happen.
scary. So that was another moment where I thought, all right,
Yeah,
maybe I got to pick up stand up or something.
Right. Most people would be like, oh, I gotta go back to school. You're like, I'm gonna try something else.
Yeah. I always go on a tangent if you notice.
If you could go back and be young again yesterday, and you would tell yourself advice, like to do something, whether it's maybe advice for people who have a passion, and not just young people, but like anybody of any age to pursue their passion or their business. Is there any secret to where you are today? Like, what is it? The one thing?
My gut.
Is your gut?
Yeah, you gotta always use your gut. I think.
That's the secret.
Yeah, like it's because that way you make decisions faster. Yes, I
can relate.
Yeah, you make this because when you overthink things, then you take a while to make a decision, and then you waste time because time is money. It's corny, it's cheesy, but it's true.
It's absolutely true.
And so when you trust your gut, you will make mistakes 100%. I've made so many mistakes because of trusting my gut. But then you learn from those mistakes, and then when you learn, you actually learn even better and you become wiser, and then your gut gets better and better at making decisions.
Right.
So
it's the same thing. It took me, I think, 5 years of doubting myself and not listening to my gut to start my YouTube channel. And it would just...
And now here you are.
And here I am.
There you go.
I don't know what I'm doing still, but I'm learning, like you said.
Yeah.
It's trusting that gut feeling.
I mean, even in editing, like when I'm editing something, it's just how I feel.
Right.
If I feel like the clip's right, I put it there.
Yeah, no, it's all a feeling.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I wouldn't do something, I wouldn't like think about, yes, people would like it there. Like, I never do that. I just...
Don't be paralyzed by thinking.
I think so, yeah. But I think also to know, like just in advance, you will make plenty of mistakes doing that. Because you are making a rash decision at the end of the day, you don't really think about it. Yeah. But I do think when you do make a mistake, you obviously learn from it. So that's also a plus side to it.
Yeah. Well, now that you're wealthy and famous,
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm gonna
There's
figure
also
out.
taxes, so you forgot about that. We forgot about that. And possible lawsuits.
Now that you have some coin,
Yeah.
some play coin, are you investing?
Well, my dad does my investing.
He does your
Yeah,
investing?
he's doing dividends.
He's doing dividends! I win.
Yeah, way back in like 5 years ago, he was explaining this to me. I was like, I
That's
have no
awesome.
idea what you're talking about.
Do you have like any investment apps like Robinhood or anything?
Not Robinhood.
Not Robinhood.
No.
Or Webull?
No, I have TD Ameritrade.
I'm gonna sign you up.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, so.
Oh,
okay.
it's the code is.
Oh, yeah. And
There,
cool. And then you enter your name, your address.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Mhm.
Alright, and now. Yep, you got it.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. You got your free stock, and then this is how you buy. This is the
Oh,
secret.
okay.
This is the secret to the stock market right here. You see these numbers? These things? Yeah. That's all it is. That's
So
the
they add up
secret.
to that, and then you'll get money.
Yeah, that's basically
Wow.
it.
Is that how you're?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's the secret.
Well, guys, maybe I'll tell the secret one day. I don't know if you will or not.
Now we're gonna get into the rapid fire questions. I asked a bunch of people on Instagram. Ask Shin a question.
Oh,
And we got some
alright.
fun ones.
Here we go.
We got some fun ones. A rapid fire. Okay. Nick, our friend Nick Suriano.
Oh, hey Nick, what's up? How's it going, buddy?
By the way, Nick's insanely talented and
Yes.
amazing, incredible. in his
Follow
way.
him. Follow him if you
It
can.
says, what's your favorite hair gel?
I actually use. I don't use hair gel.
You don't use hair
I don't
gel?
use hair gel. I use
Mousse?
dry powder.
Dry powder?
Yeah.
What?
It's like you notice it's really dry.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It's not like waxy.
Yeah.
It's not like thick or anything
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, it has because it gives it like a natural look.
Wait, what is it though? What brand
It's
is it? Like
Osis.
Osis.
Yeah, that's what you call it.
That is the secret to success.
Yeah. Hey,
there.
Osis, you better sponsor me because this isn't sponsored by Osis.
This is not sponsored, but it's still not sponsored.
God damn.
And we have Brett Loudermilk who says,
Oh, hey Brett.
who directed the show?
Casey Thomas.
Casey Thomas. Casey's the director.
Also happens to be my fiance, and she also does the camera switching too.
She does.
Not just directing.
Casey's
yeah.
amazing.
And the lighting designing.
Everything.
Yeah.
And then Dan Nguyen asks, retirement plan?
I think I would like to teach.
Teach?
I love teaching.
Dude, that's
so
cool,
yeah,
yeah.
I would totally do that. I actually, to be honest, don't see myself performing like when
Right.
like even when I get to 60, like I don't like am I going to be doing this
Right.
at 60, like
Right.
you know, it's kind of weird. So I'd probably be teaching or something.
That's
I don't know,
cool.
it'd be
Like
cool.
your own school or something.
Yeah, whoever wants to help. Yeah, I love seeing the new generation just learn. Like there's so many younger kids out there like just amazing
Oh,
and,
it's ridiculous, yeah.
and I want to keep pursuing that, I think.
Patrick Ware asks, if you could have one magic trick for the rest of your life and that's all you could do, just one, what would you do?
Dream Act. Even though it's the oldest act, but it's still my favorite act.
so
And like
good.
it's like I don't know, maybe it's because it's the first act I ever created, so maybe that's why. But yeah, Dream Act for sure.
Shin Lim, everyone.
No,
How
thank you,
cool
Andrei.
is this?
Appreciate it, dude. Thank you. And good seeing you again since
Likewise.
a long time ago. Wow. Last time we saw each other was it with Ruben?
No. I went to your Mirage show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Jay Leno showed up.
Jay Leno showed up.
How cool
Check
is
it
that,
out.
dude?
Watch in our green room. It's crazy.
Totally random.
Yeah.
Wait, I gotta do my special.
Oh, okay.
Smash the like button, subscribe, and I post several videos a week about business and cardistry and magic and all things money related. Love you guys. Thank you for sticking around. I'll see you very soon. Peace out.